Bonjour, this is Véro, reporting from Nantes in western France on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I am standing right outside the chateau of the Dukes of Brittany. And here is Anne of Brittany, who was a queen of France twice. I tried live streaming outside the chateau last night for Friends with Véro followers, but the cell coverage in the old town is iffy at best. So I thought I would do this in a different way, so you could see the part that you missed during the live stream walk when the cell coverage became a little bit poor. So I will just take you today on Sunday on a stroll through Nantes Old Town. It won't be as busy as it gets in the evenings, but it's lunchtime, so there will be people around even on a Sunday, which, by the way, when you travel around France, is a good reason to always stay in the old town, though it might be considered a touristy area, because as you may know, life outside Paris in La Province really slows down on Sundays and very often on Mondays as well, at least on Monday mornings. So by staying in the old town, wherever you are, you guarantee that you will be staying in a lively area, especially off season, as restaurants will tend to be open for visitors and locals as well. I picked a hotel that's really conveniently located in the center, so I could walk everywhere easily. Here's a pretty florist shop. Vous voulez? Bon appétit, hein? They said bonjour, and they seemed offended that I wasn't filming them, so I asked them if they wanted to be filmed. So my hotel is in this street, which is a main street here called Rue de Strasbourg, really conveniently located across from a few bars that are really lively at night. And we are now entering the old town, or a different section of the old town. This neighborhood is known as Bouffay, B-O-U-F-F-A-Y. You can see it's busy even on a Sunday. Nantes has a lot of terraces in my experience. People like to eat outside, and with this weather, it would be hard not to. I like that little flags hang above all the streets in the old town. It's been really fun. Really cheerful sight. Here's one of the many squares in the old town, Place du Pilori. Again, you can see all these flags. It's quite a lively scene during the day, even on a Sunday, but busier at night for sure. La rue des Chapeliers. Chapeliers, people who used to make hats. My name is Véronique, Véro. Online I am known as French Girl in Seattle because I lived in the United States for more than 2 decades. But I relocated back in France and I'm Paris-based now. I am a tour guide, a travel blogger, and a French language instructor. And I continue to do from France what I've done for 10 years in social media, which is to share my love of Paris and La Belle France. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, my YouTube channel as well. Here is La Rue de la Juiverie. This is a really bustling scene at night. And even on a Sunday, you can see the lunch crowd is here. People are not wearing face masks while they're eating. The only time you have to wear a face mask at a restaurant or cafe is if you go inside, for example, to use the restroom. But waiters, restaurant staff, cafe staff have to wear them at all times. As of tomorrow, Monday, face masks will be mandatory in all indoor public places. All shops, large and small. They were already mandatory in museums, in public transportation. I don't know if you recognize the scene. This is straight out of the French Revolution. It's Charlotte Corday murdering Marat, one of the revolutionaries. I've really enjoyed strolling these streets while I was here. It really pays off to have a central location when you're staying somewhere in Europe. I'm taking you here to show you one of my favorite churches in town. It's called Sainte-Croix, C-R-O-I-X. It was built in the 17th century. It's in the Baroque style. It's a beautiful church. And the clock tower in particular is very interesting, and you see it from many different sections in the city. I will try and show it to you, even though the sun is right above it right now. Let's see. Maybe if I do this and turn around. You can see the boutiques are closed because, again, this is Sunday. Here we go. Here is the beautiful church of Sainte-Croix. You can't really see the clock tower from here. I'm too close. I'll have to catch it later. During the week, right out here on the Parvis, the courtyard, you have a used book market every day. And so the old town in Nantes is a mix of very small streets like the ones we've just seen with restaurants and a few boutiques, and then much wider streets like this one, Rue de la Paix, with a lot of shopping, really wide, a lot of stores, all closed today, of course. I think I'll keep going for a little while. I am traveling around France this summer, in particular in Western France. A few days ago, I was in Brittany, beautiful Brittany, where I reported from for 2 weeks. So you can go back to my YouTube channel, check out my Facebook community, and you will see a lot of the great stories, photos, and videos I shared from Brittany. I am now in Nantes, which is also in Western France. And in August, I will be traveling some more around Western France, and in particular the Southwest, where I'm from originally. I was born in Toulouse, the Pink City. It's really nice to see it so quiet right now. Saturday was a very different scene. Great walking city. My favorite cities always are. There are buses and there is a tram that's really efficient as well, but you can walk pretty much everywhere. The downtown area is rather compact. Here's where you would catch your buses. The tram is nearby as well. Much wider street here. I'll go back in the old town. Above these trees, you see the local eyesore. Every big city seems to have one. This is La Tour de Bretagne, the Tower of Brittany. Reminds me of the Tour Montparnasse in Paris. And it was built at around the same time, in the 70s. Another hot day. The weather is going to be in the mid-80s, probably, already is. So as I travel around Paris and around France as well, I share what I see, not just history and pretty sights, but also snippets of French life, what makes French life today what it is. Information about the French language. I'm also a French language instructor, so I like to share words and expressions when I see them on my walks. If you want to access more content, get behind the scenes with me, see more videos, more photos, consider joining the France with Véro Club. And by becoming a patron on Patreon, you can unlock a lot of exclusive content. The information will be in the video notes if you'd like to do that. And this is how I make a living. By keeping my club members and followers' travel dreams alive and reporting on what I see in France, as well as teaching French. If you want to see my blog, more information on my online French classes, look me up, FrenchGirlInSeattle.com. Here is Les Galeries Lafayette. It's a chain. Everybody knows the big stores we have in Paris, Boulevard Haussmann behind the opera. But you can also find Les Galeries Lafayette in cities in La Province, Province, not to be confused with La Provence, Provence, which is Provence in southern France. La Province is basically any area outside Paris. And this is la vie en Provence on a Sunday. It's very quiet outside touristy areas. I will take us back to the heart of the old town, and then I'll just wrap up. I'll be sharing other videos about Nantes. You can also see photos on the France with Véro Facebook page. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and please like the video. It's really important. Isn't that pretty and cheerful? All these little flags. So we are back now at the Place du Pilori, which is one of the squares we saw on the way into the old town. I think I'll do this. Is so quintessential France to me. Les terrasses, people sitting outside, the beautiful buildings. And there's a nice little extra, those cheerful flags. You can see the pharmacies open. They're closed on Sundays, but there's always one open on Sundays called La Pharmacie de Garde, the one that's on duty. So the trick is to find it if you need help. So here we go, mes amis. This is Véro, reporting from Nantes. I hope you've enjoyed this walk, and I will see you soon. À bientôt!